Hey, what's up? This is Shari and welcome back to my Dream Lab. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about everything that you need to set up your own home studio. So if that's something that interests you, then keep watching. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need is a computer. This is what you're going to use to record your vocals into. And you're going to be doing all of your editing and mixing on the computer. So two things to think about when you're purchasing a computer. You're going to think about space. If you're going to be doing a lot of projects, you're going to want to have a computer with a lot of space. Or an alternative is getting an external hard drive. I personally use a MacBook Pro, which is about 15 inches, and it has about 279 gigabytes of space. I think that's right. And I've gotten to the point where I've used so much, I pretty much have to clean out my computer like every 2 weeks or something like that. So I got this external hard drive right here. And it is called a Passport for Mac. So this is really helpful, really useful. You just plug it into the computer and it has about 1 TB, which I don't know what that stands for, space, but it has hello space. And I'm nowhere near filling it up to capacity, and I've had it for years. Thing is gonna be the screen size, because you're gonna be doing a lot of editing and mixing on your screen. My screen is 15 inches. It's pretty small, but it works for me, and there is always the option to connect your computer to a monitor or even like a flat screen TV that maybe you're not using. You can just put it up against the wall, plug it into your computer, and then you'll be able to see even better. So the next thing that you're gonna need is a digital audio workstation. Say that 10 times fast. Or a DAW. And this is basically the platform that you're going to be using to record the vocals into. So the one that I use, it's the industry standard and it's called Pro Tools. You may have heard of it. It is really, I wouldn't say that it's for beginners. It's pretty hard. It's not very user friendly. It's not very intuitive. You really have to put in a lot of work to understand what you need to do in order to make a track, you know? So I don't recommend Pro Tools for beginners, but if you are just like super duper serious about this and this is what you want to do, this is what you're gonna do, and you're gonna put in those hours and hours and hours of learning how to use it, then go ahead and get you some Pro Tools. The cool thing about Pro Tools is they also have a subscription basis where you can buy it, you can pay for it on a monthly basis. I bought the program. I didn't realize they had it on a subscription basis, but I guess in the end, like in the long run, it's the cheaper way to do it. But so there are options, you know, to finance it. So there's Pro Tools. If you get a MacBook Pro, then it comes with something called GarageBand, which is a great platform to start out on. And like I said, it's free if you get the MacBook. So GarageBand is super cool. You can record vocals in there. You can even do some mixing and mastering in there, and you can record music. You can create music inside of GarageBand. So it's super cool, and if you've outgrown that platform, then you can go on to the next thing, which is Logic. And so Logic, I've seen Logic, I've never actually used it, but I've seen it like in sessions where I was recording, the engineer was using Logic, or online looking at tutorials, and it seems so easy and so super intuitive and user-friendly. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. I've already invested in Pro Tools and I'm committed to using it and learning it. And but you know, sometimes people have both platforms. So depending on what you want to do, like for instance, somebody might create their music in Logic and then they might bring it over to Pro Tools for the mixing and stuff. So it depends on what you want to do. There's lots of other platforms out there to consider. These are just a couple. I'll leave links below, and you make the choice that works best for you. Okay, so let's get to the fun stuff. The next thing we're going to talk about is the audio equipment. Now you will need, obviously, a microphone. I'm going to bring my microphone and my stand and stuff over so you can see it. But this microphone that I have, it's called an AKG C214, and it's basically the baby brother to the AKG 414. The 414 I think was like around $800 or something like that, and the 214 was only like 400 or 200. I could be getting all of this very wrong, but the point is that the 414 is it's a more expensive microphone, but the C214 creates really beautiful vocals, really quality vocals. I record session vocals here at home for people, and I never get any complaints about the quality of the vocals, so you don't have to necessarily spend $1 billion on a microphone in order to get a quality sound. Now the other thing that you're gonna want to get are the accessories to the microphone. So this is a pop filter, which basically helps to clean up the sounds of plosives when you're singing. So like and buh, and even like s's and stuff like that. There are ways to edit those inside of your DAW, but you want to be able to have the best quality sound going in. So I definitely recommend getting a pop filter to start, or else you're gonna have just heck of sounds coming into your microphone, or they're just gonna be, you know, really big. This is called a filter. It's a portable booth. I record here, and because I record out here in the open, this is really nice to have because it helps to decrease some of the outside noises. But before I was in here, I used to record in my son's closet, and it's full of clothes, and it worked out too. So you don't necessarily have to get this in order to get a quality sound, but I guess if you're gonna be out in the open, excuse me, I recommend getting it, okay? All right, and obviously the stand. The other piece of the puzzle are gonna be your headphones. These are Sennheiser HD 280 Pro and Pro headphones, and I basically, honestly, I went into GarageBand. I went into the Guitar Center and told the guy what I wanted, and he made all of these recommendations. So you can definitely go into Guitar Center and do this, or I have all of the links below if you want to just order it right offline. So the next thing, we have our computer, we have the digital audio workstation, we have our microphone, our headphones, our mic stand, and now what we need is called a USB audio interface. Now what this is, I'm gonna grab mine. What this is basically you're gonna plug your microphone into here, and from here it's gonna take your vocals and send them to your computer, because this is gonna be plugged into your computer. So this one here is from Focusrite, and it's called a Scarlett 2i2. I've had this, I got all of this stuff on the same day actually, except for my computer. And I've had it for like a couple of years. What you can do in a lot of cases, they have bundles where you can get all of this together. And when I first bought my studio equipment a long time ago, that's what I did. I used to have an inbox, which is from Avid, which puts out Pro Tools. So but yeah, you can, you know, do your research and get what works best for you. The last thing that you're gonna need, and this is, I don't think this is necessarily a necessity. This is something that if you're gonna be doing your own mixing and stuff like that here at home, then you wanna get a decent set of monitors. So this is a monitor right here, and this actually came with the original bundle that I got when I first got my bundle with like very many years ago. So get a decent set of speakers if you're gonna be doing some mixing and stuff at home. If you're not gonna be doing that at home, then you don't necessarily need them, in my opinion. So that's it. That's everything that you need to set up your own home studio. Obviously, when it comes to recording quality vocals, you need quality vocals going in, right? So you need to make sure that your voice is up to par, and I am actually a vocal coach, and I have a free guide for you, which is how to warm up. If that's something that interests you, go ahead and click the link below, and you'll be able to get my guide along with a couple of different vocal warm-ups. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and I will see you on the next video, and keep on dreaming with your eyes wide open. Bye!